Okay, so don't freak out. I'm in the car, but I'm not going to be driving. I'm just sitting here, so don't freak. Hey guys! If you're new to my channel, I'm Wendy, and if you are a subscriber already, thanks for coming back. You guys are awesome. So today we are going to be talking about seeing financial success. Sometimes in life you feel like you're not doing as well as you could be doing. And one of the things that I decided to do was go ahead and track my financial successes. What happened is I did a video earlier on and I was really kind of frustrated with our advancement and we weren't meeting the goals we had set up or anything like that. And I was kind of sad, and Jennifer Miller left me the most awesome message. It was so kind and sweet. And then Budget Girl said almost the same thing that Jennifer said. And so I decided what I was going to do is I was going to start tracking for a little while to see where our successes and our failures were. So now we're going to a birthday party, so I'll let y'all follow along briefly. It's going to be at this place called Pump It Up, which is super awesome. Melina loves it. This is where she had her birthday party, and all the kids around here absolutely love Pump It Up. So stick around. So today I wanted to tell you about how when you think maybe you're not succeeding, if you keep track of your successes, you may actually be doing better than you think. So me being me, I decided to make it a little bit more scientific, not just writing down my successes, but I decided to write down both my successes and my failures for about a week, and then at the end I was going to tally up what my totals were and see how I did. Let me walk you through each one of those successes and failures, and let's find out how they were. Did I succeed more? Did I fail more? Day one, I decided to actually do this, and so I wrote it down. Success one. Okay, that's kind of cheating. Day two, I had budgeted a certain amount of money for my brother's birthday present, and I was able to find him exactly what I wanted to get him for $25 less than I had budgeted. Yay! Success. Also on day two, we moved some money from November's budget into October. This is questionable whether it was a success or a fail. The fact that we were over budget in September, definitely a fail, but does that really apply to now? No. And the reason we went ahead and did this is because we could have used overdraft, but we didn't. So I'm calling that a success. Day three, we were over budget on Melina's birthday party by $50-ish. Why? Because I forgot to include tips for the kids at Pump It Up. When I say kids, I mean the teenagers that are working there. Who knew? They get tips. They don't get an hourly wage. They work off of tips and an hourly wage. They just made a lot of money. That was a fail. Day four, we stayed at home all day and spent no money. Not even on the internet. Clearly a success. Day five. So I was at work and half asleep and completely dying of tiredness and boredom or whatever. And I needed a cup of coffee. Bad. And I really wanted to go to Starbucks, which is just right around the corner from my office. But I didn't. And yes, I had blow money. I could have bought it, but I was saving my blow money for something else. So I resisted and didn't get it and survived and didn't even fall asleep at my desk, which is amazing in itself. Yay, day five, success. Hey everyone, I have a guest appearance today.
Hey guys!
Day six. We did nothing. I log stuff into every dollar, but I do that every day. Yeah, so day 6, success, no spend, yay. Day 7, this one's not great. The check engine light on Mauricio's car came on, and he called me freaking out, as he always does when something seems to go wrong with his car, and was going to leave work, which would have been fail number 1, and go to the mechanic, fail number 2. I talked him out of it and made him look in the owner's manual. And as it turns out, it was just a mileage update telling him it was time for service. That can wait. And it went into the budget this month. That is a win. And it could have been a fail. Because if Mauricio had left work, we wouldn't have had any money for that day. And if he had taken his car to the shop, we would have had to use the emergency fund. But win-win. On day 7, it got cold around day 1. And I was freezing in my car. And I don't know if you remember, but way back when, my air conditioning went out. And I found out back then it was going to cost about $1,000 to get fixed. And I knew what was wrong with it, and we weren't willing to spend the money, but it was getting cold. And I was taking Melina to school, having to wrap her in a big thick blanket to go to school every morning. That kind of was awful. And so we discussed about getting the heat fixed on my car. What I ended up doing was I knew what was wrong with it, and I'm a pretty handy girl, and I was like, well, maybe it's not too complicated. I can figure it out. So I looked up a YouTube video, and I called a friend of mine who's really good with cars, and I said, this is what I want to do. Can you help me? And guess what? The part on the internet, $35. I didn't even have to buy a wrench because my friend had it. And so I went over to their house and we replaced the part, and it still didn't work. Boo. But it was a broken hose, not $1,000, very, very cheap. That was a major success. $1,000 versus a $35 part, which I didn't actually need. And, but it's staying in my car because I'm not taking it out because it was a pain. But yeah, I helped. Okay, I didn't really help. I just sat there and watched. But I could do it if I had to. I really could. It didn't look that complicated. It just was kind of time consuming.
Hey, everyone.
So when it was all said and done, that's 9 successes and 1 fail. Yeah, that's a whole lot better than I thought it would be. And I can promise you at the end of the week, if I had not tallied, I wouldn't have known how many successes or how many fails I had, but all I would have remembered is 2 things. 1, I would have remembered the overage for the birthday party. I would have focused on that, and I would have focused on the fact that we had taken money out of our November budget and put it towards October. But you know what? Because I wrote it down, that was a major camera fail. But because I wrote it down as it was happening, I actually counted that last one as a win. That actually taught me something major. That time can factor in to the way you view your wins and your losses. If I had not written it down and thought of what happened a week later, I would have looked at that money and gone, oh, we had to take this amount of money out of our budget for November to make our budget balance in October. By writing it down when it happened, I realized that we didn't use overdraft. And in the past, we would have always used overdraft. And that is huge. So much like that brownie that calls you in the middle of the afternoon, it's going, come, eat me, eat me. If you go down and take 1 bite of that brownie and then grab your self-control and throw it in the trash can, that's a win. That's not a fail. That's a win. It's the same concept with finances and budgeting. If you think of it right then and there and write it down, you see the success. Yeah, I could have eaten this whole brownie, but I didn't. I ate 1 bite. Same thing with finance. So what did I learn with all of this? It is a lot easier to see failures than it is successes. But more importantly, I learned that with time, I actually convert my successes into failures in my brain. What is wrong with me that I would do something like that? So this is something I'm going to focus on. I'm going to start writing things down that I succeed at, both in my finances and my budgeting. And that way, when I'm having a bad day and I start looking over everything, I can see the little successes I've had. Because you know what? Little successes repeated over time make big successes. And that is huge. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I challenge you to try this process. Just write down your successes, be it in budgeting, dieting, whatever you want to succeed at, your job, life. Write down your successes and your failures and look at them about once a week and see how you're really doing. Because if you're having more successes than failures, that's awesome. See ya!
See ya. See you mañana. I challenge you, Mom.
You challenge me to what? A race?
Yeah.
Okay, slide down. One happy dog because his Melina has come back.